A lot of guys are playing bass with effects on it now, and it's sort of like, you know, it's not just like, it's like now guys like, you know, are playing it like this. You know, so it's sort of like, and that's kind of like the sound that's kind of in people's ears now. Even if you can't really, it's hard to tell sometimes in some mixes you hear, but in almost every pop song you hear nowadays, they're playing overdrive bass, I think. And so like, that's kind of been inspiring like my tonal stuff these days. I still use a bunch of pedals like here and there, but it depends on what the gig is, you know. Like I'm trying to, basically this lineup, the octave pedal, the Boss OC2, and some kind of distortion pedal from either Moulin or whoever. It's like, well, I'm dragging that to every gig, and whether I use it or not, I don't know. But you know, an octave pedal is a big part of my sound. It kind of gives the bass a little more keyboardy sound, and more notable guys who've been doing that are like Pino Palladino and actually I sort of got the idea from Pino Palladino, but also I got it from Daryl Jones in the '80s. Octave pedal, I've just been sort of, you know, this is sort of like the basic sound if you're playing some music and you want to add some momentum to something without changing the pattern or, you know, changing your notes. It's just, you know, you can go. And you want it to build, so you go. So it's kind of like a way to add momentum without messing with what you're actually playing, which is kind of a valuable thing, I think. You know, it's sort of. The guy from Living Colour, the second Living Colour record, the guy started experimenting with that too, and it's really, to me, it blew my mind actually. And the way Daryl Jones used it, and Pino Palladino. Pino Palladino kind of had it on the whole time, like when he was playing all those fretless parts in the '80s, unlike, you know, Paul Young records and Don Henley records. That was his MO. He had it all on. But there was guys like Daryl Jones who put it on in the middle of a song, and it was just like, phew, this thing, the music would take off. So that's the reason why I started doing that, and then it turned into, you know, I was always using it for that reason, but then as it turned on, you know, as we started doing a lot of electronic music, it turned into this, you know, so like. You know, so it's instantly like kind of a keyboard kind of effect, and so. You know, and then you start putting stuff on top of it, like it adds layers to the cake. So like, this kind of sounds to me like an old analog keyboard, you know. And then you can kind of do weird stuff from there. Like you can sort of like. If you want to get really bizarre with it, this is another sort of original idea I had, which is just to kind of kick off and on the octave pedal in rhythm. So like. So it's kind of like. It's kind of contemporary in a way. It's like it sounds like a lot of the electronica that's out there. You know, it's like kind of very glitchy bass lines and stuff. It's just kind of a weird, you know. That's part of the avant-garde part of my headspace. You know, it's just like, oh, I can make a messed up bass line, but only by I was playing one note with my hand. I was like, you know, it's just kind of like this messy thing. It's kind of interesting. You know, whenever I do it, people turn around and go, "What is that?" Which is cool. You know, in a good way. So. Yeah, there's that. I mean, you know, then it like, you know, I've been sort of using distortion kind of in a rhythmic way too, but unfortunately, it's costing me a lot of money in on-off switches. Because you know. So that's kind of like how. But you know, like I do that for 10 more minutes, I'm going to need a new on-off switch.